What's up, everyone, and welcome to this Blake of Spades episode where today I will be talking about Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones and whether or not the Falcons should trade him after June 1st as opposed to June 1st cut. Before I get started, please do consider hitting me with a thumbs up, and if you would subscribe and share this video with your friends, then I would greatly appreciate that. Now, let's get into it. First off, I know that some of you will disagree with my takes in this video. That's fine. Just like you, I am just a fan, and an armchair general manager, if you will, that likes to shoot the breeze and talk football with fellow fans, So, here's the deal. The Falcons are in a very dire cap situation. I don't need to tell a lot of you Falcons fans that. You know this. And there are only a couple ways out of it. One is to extend Grady Jarrett's contract or to trade, to trade or cut Julio Jones. Let's say that the Falcons extend Grady Jarrett. By doing that, they could clear around $9 million in cap, $9 million in cap space, give or take, which would be enough to sign our rookie draft class, while giving us a little bit of a nest egg if we were to trade or cut Julio. However, after June 1st, when we could save around $15 million in cap space, which would give us enough to sign the rookie class as well as a pretty significant chunk of change to go after some free agents. Also, if we trade Julio, then we will also receive draft compensation for 2022 and maybe even 2023. Potentially a first-round pick. Maybe. There's a hard reality here, and that is that Julio's career is winding down. Yes, he's still playing at a high level when he's on the field, but he's become a little bit of a liability, and I hate to say that, a very expensive liability. He's also on the wrong side of 30. He's 32 years old. I believe that's right. Which is pretty old for a wide receiver, especially wideouts that have taken as much damage over the years as Julio Jones. So it's probably pretty obvious where I stand. I think if we get a good enough offer that warrants trading Julio, then we should take it and maybe move on. It would suck. It would really suck. Julio has been with us for going on 10 seasons. A decade in the red and black. And he's one of my favorite players in Falcons history. He has truly been one of the GOATs. And we've been fortunate enough to have him repping the red and black. But let's be real. I'm a team first guy. And I believe in doing what's best for the team. And in my opinion, that's moving on from Julio and clearing the cap space necessary to sign the rookies and perhaps add some depth on defense, which we desperately need. I would love to see an Atlanta Falcons offense featuring Julio, Ridley, Hurst, Gage, and now Pitts catching balls from Matt Ryan. But I just don't know if it's in the cards. I don't know if it's in the cards, guys. We'll just have to wait and see. I think right now might be our best opportunity to offload Julio's enormous contract and actually get something for him in return, which may be in the best interest of the Falcons long term. But man, it would suck to see him go. I mean, statistically speaking, and I'll flash up a graphic here, Julio Jones is still a very productive wide receiver. He had a bad year in 2020. He was dealing with injuries, which I personally think that he was being sat out for a lot of the games because, it was obvious that, we weren't in playoff contention. So what would have been the point in playing Julio when he clearly needed the rest, So, again, statistically speaking, Julio is still a top wide receiver in the NFL. There's no denying that. But his production has dropped off, and he is, like I said, on the wrong side of 30. And his career, I believe, is winding down. the thing is, when it comes to wide receivers in their 30s, you never know, like, when, like, that clock is going to stop. You just never know. And that's just a hard reality. It could happen at any time. I personally think Julio probably has 2 or 3, pretty good years left in him. And I mean, the reality is we just can't afford to keep him. That's the main thing. We just cannot afford to keep him. But yeah, well, that's all I got. Thanks a lot for watching, and I look forward to seeing what you have to say about all of this. Do you think we should trade Julio or keep him? And be realistic. Don't just think with your heart on this. Think with your mind. Should we keep him? Really think about that. My heart tells me yes, but my mind is like, look, we really need the money. We're in a dire situation that needs to be addressed. But yeah, let me know what you think. And also, don't forget to hit me with a thumbs up. All right? I love saying that. Hit me with a thumbs up. Because I know some of you really want to hit me, but, with my opinions, and you probably think I'm full of crap, and maybe I am. But these are my opinions. I don't claim to be an expert. I hit you with facts. I hit you with opinions. If I have facts, I back them up with, graphics usually. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is, guys. But I appreciate y'all listening to me. I appreciate y'all giving me support. And yeah, again, don't forget to like this video. Hit it with a thumbs up if you like this video. And do subscribe. Thanks again, everyone. I'm Blake, and y'all have a good one.